Tuesday.
The most productive day of the week. I was going to say of the year.
Hope you're having a happy Tuesday. But yes, according to astrologers, Tuesday is the most productive day because the stars align. The stars determine
the planets
our
and stars and all the things. They just all get together and say, this shall be the most productive day of the week.
Which means even if you don't feel productive, you are being productive. You don't have a choice in the matter.
They say Monday you shouldn't even work because it's the day of reflecting of how the week will look.
Oh, that's awesome.
So if we were going to do a 4-week or 4-day work week, then it should be Monday that's off.
Okay. Let's look into that. See if we can make that happen.
I like Friday off better.
Friday off is pretty good. Hope you're having a great day so far. Jen, you have some fun things that have happened to you recently.
Yes,
Okay.
I have. Let's see. The first thing is that...
Oh, man.
This is a really dumb moment for me.
Okay.
Okay, so I was reading one of my friend's posts, and she posted her husband with her 2 daughters at the Mariners game. I'm like, these girls never go to a Mariners game. What's going on? And I'm like, it's EpiPen night. Well,
Did they send you something saying it's EpiPen
No,
night?
they were saying in the description of the post on Facebook that what I read was EpiPen night. I'm like,
They're giving out EpiPens?
That is kind of cool that they have an EpiPen night at the Mariners game. Random, but okay.
Turns out it was the K-pop band EpiPen.
I read the
EpiPen was throwing out the first pitch, right?
They're a K-pop band,
Yes.
and that made way more sense.
They're a very popular K-pop band, way
Very.
more, and people going would actually want to see EpiPen. They may not want to get an EpiPen.
So here's the deal. 2 nights ago, they were at the Tacoma Dome, and they filled the house. I mean, sold out show.
Yeah.
And then last night, they threw out the first pitch of the Mariners game. And so there are several friends of mine where I saw posts like this where I was like, what is going on? Why are these people at the Mariners game? Oh, it's because this K-pop band was throwing out the first pitch. And they even had these special T-shirts that people stood in line forever at the Mariners game to get these shirts.
Again, if the Mariners are thinking about doing an EpiPen night,
I think they might want to consider it.
yeah, there's
Why
people
not?
that need those. They save lives. But then some people would say EpiPen has saved lives as well.
It's true.
It's possible.
And now you know.
And now you know. Okay, I like that. And the music is actually pretty good. The half of one song that I listened to.
It is pretty good. It's half in English and half in Korean. Is that what I got out of that?
I don't think it's even half and half. I looked up the lyrics, and it's like an English line and then several Korean lines, and but that's fine.
It's good. It's good music, and they dance really well. Mm-hmm. They dance real well. Okay, then how often do you check the mail?
The actual mail, the snail mail. Oh, I hate that phrase. I used to check it every day.
And now?
I don't. You know what? Honestly, I don't think I've checked it in a week.
Yeah,
that's pretty bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe once a week I'll check the mail. Well, now that we're unemployed, we might want to check it more. Curt.
Oh yeah, you almost missed something. Well, you did miss something important.
I did miss some important things in the mail. I had no idea so many people mailed things out. Like people, let's save money and trees. Do email. That's how this world is working now.
What did you almost miss?
Some insurance stuff.
Oh, that's important then. Okay.
Unemployment stuff.
So the suggestion is people should not, you're saying...
Don't be unemployed is what I'm saying, really. That's the moral of that story.
Don't be unemployed. B,
check the mail more often
check the mail
if you
more
are.
often. Yeah, people are still using that, it turns out.
Okay, here's my other random thing.
Please.
That one project that's been haunting your life for a while. Mm-hmm. Do you have it? I feel like you do.
I have, this room needs some help. The garage. Yeah.
The garage. I had in mind garage for you.
The garage needs to be, because that's my only domain anymore. It used to be the whole house. And then Dana and I got married and then she moved in and everything became hers except for the garage.
Okay.
That's what I get. So I do need to work on that.
So
what about you?
That only comes up because I am tackling that one project for me today.
Which is?
And that is, so I moved into my house, I don't know, back in August of last year.
Okay.
And I still have not done anything. I mean, there are boxes, there's just crap everywhere in this side room of it's not called the master bedroom anymore, the primary suite.
The primary suite.
Yeah. So there's this side room, kind of like an office it's terrible. And I need to make it an office.
Okay.
Okay,
It's being used as an office.
What's
but
your project? That's what I'm asking. It's like, what's that one project and what's keeping you from doing it? Because here's what I know for sure. When that room is organized, my life is going to be so much, it's going to feel so much better.
We talked about that just the other day about keeping how organization in your life is better for your mental health and your overall health and everything.
So I'm making it happen. I'm making it happen today.
You want me to help with that?
What you with the garbage bag?
I'm not going to help with that.
Okay, there's one more thing that I just wanted to bring up, and I feel like a total loser.
What's that?
Seriously. So I am talking to different people trying to figure out what I want to do next, what's going to be my next job. And someone offered me some contract work, and I'm like, okay, this is really cool.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm going to just put this in quote, one of those people that's like, you're not paying me enough. That beats unemployment.
That's a tough one.
Unemployment doesn't pay a lot, but I'm like, I could spend that time looking for a job on what I really want to do, unless you're going to pay me more than what unemployment's worth. Does that make sense?
Yes,
like,
a lot of people find themselves
really
in that
crappy
position.
about that.
It is a bit of a conundrum because let's use the example of somebody who's like, okay, you get offered a full-time job. But it doesn't pay you as much as because unemployment in the state of Washington is actually the highest benefit in the state of Washington is really, really good.
Oh, sorry.
Really
sorry,
good.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I have hair in my
So I get it. It's like you say, well, I could take this job making whatever, it's a minimum wage or whatnot, but it's not going to pay as much as unemployment. That's a real consideration.
Yeah. So that's what I think that would be great experience, but if it's not going to pay me more than unemployment, I should probably focus my time on figuring out what the real thing is, right? What's the real thing that I'm doing?
Is it something that you would enjoy, you think?
Oh, yeah. And I know I would do it very well. I would kick some butt doing it.
You would slay it.
I would slay it.
Yeah.
I would slay it.
Well, let me know how that works out because it is tough. It's absolutely tough.
Doesn't mean we won't do this still. I'll still do this. We just might have to do it earlier in the morning.
This is fun and free. No.
It doesn't pay us.
It doesn't
pay the bills.
At least not yet. That's okay.
We hope it does someday, maybe.
We popped this up yesterday on we put it on Facebook, right? And Instagram. This was the quote from the movie Moneyball. See if you remember this line.
You get on base, we win. You don't, we lose. And I hate losing, Choppy. I hate it. Yep. I hate losing more than I even want to win. And there's a difference.
There's a difference. And that's what we did. We put up yesterday because Jen is a competitive person, more so than me. I'm a little more laid back, I guess is the word.
I don't like to lose, but I really like to win.
The question was, do you hate losing more than you love winning? And we thought, okay, there's a difference there. And it turns out most of you love winning more. What
is it for you?
I would have to say I'm on the love winning side.
I think I am too.
I'm okay with losing, but
I don't like losing, but I can deal with it. I might be a little bit of a poor sport sometimes.
Right. It was about 3/4 of people, give or take, said that they love winning, and the remainder said they hate losing.
And thank you, by the way, for weighing in on that. We had that on Facebook and Instagram, so thank you for participating in our little. And if you don't follow us on social.
Do so.
And I'm not supposed to say social.
It's okay. If you don't follow us, please do.
Yes.
How about that?
That's right.
Do we stop using these phrases now because they're not? We're going on to the next subject. I used to play like a little ditty.
But people don't like it.
The next subject is phrases that I guess are stale or you shouldn't use anymore.
Well, like YOLO, you only live once, and LMFAO, laughing my off.
LMFAO. So, Gen Zers were asked.
That is not us. I get our generation confused.
We're Gen Xers.
Okay.
All right. We're asked. Now, this is comparing Gen Zers to millennials. It's getting confusing already, I know. Gen Zers were asked these millennial terms that are already maybe outdated a little bit. What would you use instead of, like you said, YOLO or LMFAO?
Right. Okay. Right. Tell me. Educate me.
DIFTP. I've never even heard that. DIFTP is do it for the plot.
Oh my gosh. My daughter said that not too long ago. I'm like, do it for the plot.
That is the new, you only live once. That's the new YOLO is do it for the plot.
Like do it for your life.
Yeah.
Do it for your life. The plot is your life. That's what I got out of that.
How about this one that says, stop, I don't even like this. Stop calling crazy people cray.
Cray cray?
They're delulu, short for delusional.
Oh, I like that word. I like cray cray and I like
awful.
delulu.
I will never say, oh, that person's delulu. That will never, ever.
I will totally use that.
All right. What are
some more? I want some more.
KK?
What does that mean?
KK means okay, which is hardly even, it's not even shortening it. It's instead of okay, it's KK. But apparently that is no longer in vogue.
I hate almost more than many lots of things. Does that even make sense? When my daughters reply to me on text with one letter and it's K.
K.
No.
Devil horns. So don't use KK anymore. Instead, they bet. Like you bet. Like you would say you texted Macy and said, are you going to be home for dinner tonight? And she might say, bet.
Instead of KK?
I guess so.
That doesn't make sense to me. This isn't making a lot of sense to me. What am I supposed to use instead of laughing my off?
IJBOL. I just burst out laughing. That does.
IJBOL.
Those are both dumb.
This is
I'm
ridiculous.
sorry. Those are both dumb.
How about you just use the emoji that's like,
exactly.
So funny.
That's what those emojis are for. All right. That's enough of those.
Is that enough? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
IGBOL.
There are more. There's so many more.
IJBOL. Like oh, man.
There's no more. There's like not any.
We do one more. Which one do you want to do?
I want to do.
Stop calling things fire. It's already lame. Lit is back in style now.
Come on. That's lit.
That's lit.
Curt, you're so lit.
Oh, gosh. Should I see a doctor? That's what I would think. You're lit. What's wrong?
What's wrong with me?
What's wrong with me? You're lit. I guess it's better than being on fire, right? Okay. Now we've summed that up.
We've exhausted that.
And completely. And this is important as well. Go for it.
Exactly how long should you spend each day sitting, standing, and sleeping?
According to
there's rules.
Apple Watch, it tells me, oh, stand up now. Or you've hit your sit goal. Is there a sit goal, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because I always hit my sitting goal. Not a problem at all.
I blow my sitting goal out of the water.
Well, you're better than me, for sure. So how long should you spend sitting, standing, and sleeping each day?
Sleeping is the obvious, right? At least 8 hours. 8 hours is what you need.
8 hours and 20 minutes,
actually.
And then sitting, you get to sit for 6 hours.
You know what? I take that back. I don't blow my sitting goal out of the water. I don't sit I'm like too fidgety.
Yeah. You are moving around a lot. Finally, stand for 5 hours and 10 minutes. Not at one time.
That doesn't include exercising, though.
Throughout the day.
Either, by the way.
Right. Well, they're saying you should get some level of physical activity for 4 hours and 20 minutes. How many?
What? No, that's not right.
I think by physical activity, maybe that's...
For the week or the day?
4 hours and 20 minutes engaged in some level of physical activity. Half should be light activity, like walking or doing housework. The other half should be moderate to intense activity.
What happened to at least 30 minutes?
I think that's
4 hours and 20 minutes. That has to be a typo on this.
But that's not like 30 minutes was like, on the treadmill or.
Do you get even close to 4 hours and 20 minutes
of
engaged physical activity?
Well, how do you keep track of that? Every time that you go and you walk from here to here and then you do some like dusting or something like that, you don't keep track of those 5 minutes at a time or whatever.
I'm dumbfounded because I didn't read that part until right now. What?
It's light activity.
I need to level things up.
For 2 hours and 10 minutes and then 2 hours and 10 minutes also of actual exercise. That seems like a lot. I was the half hour.
I feel lame. And there's no reason why we shouldn't be doing that because what else are we doing?
Sitting. There's nothing on here. Lying down is not. That's asleep, I guess.
Get up, everybody. Get up
and get moving.
I feel like this is becoming like. Well, I'm not even going to say it.
We disagree with the experts. Sorry.
The most exciting, air quote, boring adult things that include slicing the perfect avocado and paying bills. So this is a little thing, and I like this a lot because I do a lot of these adult things. It gives me great joy to do these.
Well, when you go back through your day or whatever, and we were discussing, how the small thing. I would say that some of these are Zen things. Like I used to really get a kick out, like working in the garage. Organizing the garage to me is actually something I look forward to doing. That
Well,
is,
then why aren't you doing it?
I'm
That's
gonna
your
do
big
it.
project. When?
I'm constantly doing it because there's constantly new things to be done.
Okay, so
that's what we're talking about here is things that you might think are boring, but now...
No, well, like that you thought would be boring as a kid, that you thought were
Right.
boring as a kid, because as a kid, the exciting things were like getting a new video game or a new pair of shoes. Well, now as an adult, getting a new vacuum might be exciting.
And here's another one that I don't agree with all these things because I don't go bird watching.
No, see, the things that did not resonate with me were bird watching, walking, or let's see, there was another one here. Cleaning and yard work.
Right.
Those things are not exciting to me as an adult.
My wife, Dana, loves yard work. She loves yard work and she loves, is cooking on here? It is, right? Cooking is on here, I think. Because she will say, what are you doing today, babe? I'll ask her and she'll say, you know what? I'm just going to get some food ready for the rest of the week and I'm going to do some baking. And so that's relaxing for her and that's exciting, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Organizing and going to the Container Store. You had mentioned that is on there. Here's the things that I like. Doing puzzles, whether they be jigsaw puzzles or like word puzzles.
Okay.
I like those things.
Right.
High quality bedding. I can't afford that right now, but I do love high quality bedding.
So actually going and getting high quality bedding is an exciting
No,
thing.
just like having high quality bedding. You know what I'm saying? Eating leftovers, I'm into that. Mm-hmm. Going to Costco and going to the grocery store. I like those things.
Except on a weekend. Costco on the weekend is kind of crazy.
But they have more samples.
Delulu. You're Delulu if you go to Costco on the weekend.
Do you like being alone? That's one of the things too, like being alone. Like
alone
that's a
time?
punishment as a kid.
Yeah. Having nothing to do is actually, that's what it is. Alone time, sitting in silence, doing nothing. I can't sit in silence. That doesn't usually happen. There's always
your music.
something going on there. But then what we mentioned at the very beginning, slicing a perfectly ripe avocado. That to me is like, meh. Meh.
I mean, if you're making avocado toast or guacamole, it sure is great.
A perfectly sliced. You know what? I shouldn't knock it till I try it, right?
A perfectly sliced avocado yeah.
Just like the getting up early to go to a local farmer's market.
I was just going to say that. You and Dana like to do that, don't you?
The farmer's markets are nice, yes.
The one in Edmonds, Washington?
Yep.
When does that start? Because I like that one.
We go to the one in Ballard as well.
You do?
On the weekends, yeah.
Well, try a farmer's market if you haven't
Farmer's markets
done
are
so.
awesome.
If you have not done so already, go to the farmer's market. That's all we got.
That's how we end the show with That's All We Got? That's all we got.
You know what? This is the funny thing. Let's just give you behind the scenes. Curt and I get together in the morning. We're like, we're going to start recording at 6 a.m.
Right.
And 7 o'clock rolls around and we're still trying to prepare the show. Like, we're trying to figure out what we want to talk about, what kind of content we want to deliver you. And I'm telling you what, it's harder than you might think.
When you have two somewhat ADHD people as well, trying to stay on point. Midway through, she's like, I need to get Justin Timberlake tickets. Let's look at how much those cost.
You did. We're going to talk about that later.
Justin Timberlake tickets.
He's going to be in Seattle this week.
But that's the stuff we're doing instead of doing the show prep and whatnot.
We do get squirreled often.
Squirreled.
We do get squirreled very often.
All right. Well, thank you for listening. Do we have something to tease for tomorrow? What we're going to be doing?
Well, the only thing I have on our list for tomorrow is this. What do we miss and not miss about working at the radio station?
Oh, yes. Or anybody can chime in on that as well. What do you miss or not miss anymore if you retired or you quit your job or whatever the case may be?
Yeah.
Because there are definitely things that we miss about work.
But there's also things that I absolutely do not miss.
Mm-hmm. That could be eye-opening.
Well,
no names. We'll do no names.
No, this is nice. We're keeping it nice. This is nice. It's
All
a nice
right.
thing. So thank you for joining us. Here is the thing. If you like what you're hearing and would like to support us, the way to do that is that you can like us, you can share us, you can
subscribe,
which is
follow,
free.
all that stuff.
All of the things. We would love it so much.
Absolutely. Please do that, and thank you for...
Do you want to say the last things, Curt? I feel like you should.
I try to do it right, too.
Okay, go.
I'm not as friendly about it as you. I need to be... Well, you know what? Make good choices. Make good choices. Find joy and spread kindness.
Thank you for listening.